Robbie Heil dreamed of playing on a football team, but his opportunities were limited because of his Down syndrome. Until this day. The team gave Robbie a chance, and he scored a touchdown, all for his mom, who was fighting cancer. It's been 70 years since 89-year-old veteran Brian Sperry played football on a college campus. But today, thanks to students at the University of Kansas, he's back on the field to make the most satisfying run in for a touchdown. This ball boy was terrified of the aggressive fans behind him, but Romero Regales immediately stepped in to help the young man. This 5-year-old Messi fan's family was so poor that their son had to make his own jersey from a bag. Imagine his surprise when the famous soccer player sent him a gift so that he could walk out on the field with him. 11-year-old Lily Stauffer spent a year and a half drawing Bucks player Giannis, and she kept the drawings in the hope of seeing her idol in person someday. And this is how the basketball player reacted to the little fan's gift. But that isn't this giant's only kind gesture. That girl will be talking about this gift for the rest of her life. On his second attempt, Kamaru Usman was finally able to win the UFC title from Tyron Woodley. Upon seeing how emotional he was, his opponent's mother unexpectedly came to encourage and support the winner.
It's all good, honey. It's your turn. It ain't his time. It's your turn. Be encouraged.
Racer Jeremy Durst lost control of his bike right after the race began. His fall scared his girlfriend, so she rushed over to him, but it turned out that this was all part of his plan to ask the most important question of his life. Hehe Eustáquio lost a fight and knelt before his opponent to acknowledge defeat, but he certainly wasn't expecting a mutual reaction from Adriano Moraes. For these two, mutual respect is more important than victory. No matter how famous Ronaldo is, he's always a beloved son to his mother, first and foremost. A goal dedicated to her was the best show of gratitude he could offer. Just look at how proud of him she is. Fourth grader Braden Vasco lost his hair after chemotherapy and was depressed about his appearance. But then, the school's entire football team supported him in a very touching way. For these children who can't walk, players from the best teams in the world put on special equipment to help them feel what it's like to play soccer. Their steps became a child's steps, and each goal took on a special meaning. Two opposing teams stopped their game to help push a fire truck back onto the road. How can a competition matter when there are people who need help? When Sarah Tucholsky lost her leg while running the bases, it was game over for her. But her opponents refused to accept her defeat and carried her through each of the remaining bases in their arms. Steven Adams had a great opportunity to score a goal for his team, but instead he tended to his opponent and saved him from serious injury. This is the real goal of being an athlete. When Christian Eriksen began having a seizure during Euro 2020, all the players were shocked. The best they could do was to close him off from the public and calm his wife. Thanks to their efforts, doctors were able to focus on helping him, and everything worked out in the end. A Muslim soccer player lost her hijab during a struggle for the ball, something her opponents could have taken advantage of. But here's what they did instead. While this guy decided to lash out emotionally after losing a game, the player on his team showed him that you can lose and still remain a person. A huge fan of the New York Rangers, young Emma Larson has had to battle through adversity throughout her life. So the team decided to make her life a celebration, at least for one day. This kind of injury can ruin a runner's career forever, but this woman decided to fight to the end. And then her opponents did everything they could to support her. No one was expecting a professional artistic swimmer to lose consciousness during a performance, but Anita Alvarez's coach was ready for anything and immediately dived in to save the young woman. Now she's perfectly fine. All this player cared about after a collision on the field was the well-being of his opponent, and the help he rendered literally saved the man's life. This dance could have been the last for this couple, but everything worked out and we will see them on the ice again. And that was the last of our greatest moments of respect in sports for today. Be sure to tell us in the comments which moment touched you the most, and if you find it hard to just choose one, subscribe and like this video. That way we know you want to see more.